Welcome to Live, life-inspired views for every day. My name is Chris Meyer, and I'm a curious soul. Teaching counseling methods is one of my most favorite courses to teach. I just finished teaching that course again last week to our graduate students in professional school counseling through Buena Vista University. Something struck me this year that I hadn't really thought intensely about before. Throughout the week, I scattered the core content of the course with stories, anecdotes, and metaphors coming from a long life of observation and experiences. But as I reflected, I realized what I was really giving my students were the best voices in my head of all those people in my life who affected me through their wisdom, advice, encouragement, modeling, passion, and virtue. I could always hear my father's deep wisdom so often shared through stories of his life or what he had observed and learned, as well as his ability to constantly assign others value through unconditional love and acceptance. My mother's hospitality, who always makes everyone in her presence feel welcomed and appreciated for who they are. Dr. John Hickson, my first professor in the field of counseling, who showed me how to counsel and lead. Dr. Larry Ebers, one of my doctoral advisors, who has the gift of making you feel like you are his favorite student. Put Van Auken, who I taught preschool with and taught me through her example how to get to the level of the student and meet them there. These voices still nudge me and speak through my words and actions in the classroom today. So, who were those people who came into your life and left their voice or example for you to reach for? What exactly did they say or do that left an impact on you in such a way that they have come into your mind while listening to this podcast? They needn't be teachers, but anyone who has impacted you in some way. It reminds me of something the famous Scottish comedian Sir Harry Lauder once described of the scene he saw from his hotel window in the early 1900s. He said, "As I was sitting there in the gloaming, a man passed the window. He was the lamplighter. He pushed his pole into the lamp and lighted it. Then he went to another and another. Now I couldn't see him any more, but I knew where he was by the lights that he had lit as they broke out down the street and leaving a beautiful avenue of lights. You're all lamplighters. They'll know where you've been by the lights ye have lit." Whoa, what a beautiful image to have of the lingering impact of light others have left in our lives for us to pass by, like a lamplighter lighting the lamps with a pole. We are to pass that light on. Recently, I watched a movie called Lunana, A Yak in the Classroom. In the movie, a young teacher in Bhutan is sent to teach in one of the remotest villages in the mountains. He does not want to go, stays for a while teaching until his first lessons were completed. His goal was to become a famous singer in Australia. However, while he is still teaching there, he makes an impact on the entire village by the way he engages and teaches the children. He was their light, but he left. He turned his back on the light he had within himself to give away, to light on others' lives in special ways. Now you will have to watch the end of the movie yourself. There's a beautiful quote called A Medicine Woman's Prayer. It goes like this: "I will not rescue you, for you are not powerless. I will not fix you, for you are not broken. I will not heal you, for I see you in your wholeness. I will walk with you through your darkness as you remember your light." In my mind, I can see the light dawning on the faces of my students from last week as they learned from the light my mentors left with me, igniting into a flame of wisdom to be used to help their journey as new counselors. As my mentors have helped me remember my light, so I must now walk with them to remember their light, so that together we can leave a beautiful avenue of lights for others to follow. Who has walked with you through your darkness or beginnings? Who will you walk with to remind them of their light? Write those names of those people down and put them on your bathroom mirror. Then start your day with a pole in your hands and leave a light wherever you go. Join me next Monday for Live, life-inspired views for every day. My name is Chris Meyer, and I'm a curious soul.